Hello, hello. Well,
Hey, there you are. Where did you
there I
go?
am.
I needed
So,
you for an important decision.
whatever happened with Silverwind?
What happened with Silverwind? I got rid of her for acrobatics.
You got rid of acrobatics?
I did, yeah. You see, what happened was...
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'll tell you why, right? Because I was fairly sure that we had an acrobatics TM, so we could relearn it. But then I realised we actually have an aerial ace TM.
Oh, no.
But I'm fairly sure acrobatics is still a TM anyway, so I think we're going to be alright. We can relearn it.
Is there a move relearner? And again, this
There
is back
is,
on
yeah.
what we were saying. Here's the quality of life changes that they gave us. Back in my day, that would mean that Pokemon is now dead
Useless.
to you. It's now useless.
No. Don't worry. He's fine. We do have there is a move learner somewhere in the land. I just can't recall where, but it does tell us where elsewhere. So we're fine.
Right, fair enough. But
I don't know if you missed that as well. We also caught a Mareep.
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, how about that?
What made you decide to catch the Mareep?
Because it's pretty much the blind spot of our team at the minute. No electrics. Because I figure eventually we will always go for it.
Yeah, no, I would always think that electrics are a surplus to the team. It's a useful type to have, but probably not as the primary type, not as the only type of it.
Yeah, I get that.
Ampharos might be the only exception to that I can think of.
That's what that was part of my thinking. In fairness.
But I can't think of a pure electric like Raichu. You wouldn't keep it on a run through. Electrode, Magneton, you wouldn't have kept those in your run throughs. It would have to be as a secondary type or as part. This and part electric for it to be really useful.
Yeah, well, I was always thoughtful of Electros was very good in Gen 5 because it had such a wide range of moves you could use on him. Because you can have a Dragon Claw, Acrobatics, Flamethrower. The guy could do shit. He's very good at putting holes. And I think that kind of that symbolizes the type quite well. It's they're good squad players. You know what I mean?
But Electros is also one of the weird electric types.
Yeah.
So you'd think if there's if you're thinking of the stereotype electric, it's quick, it's glass cannony.
Yes.
Electros was not that electric. Electros was slow as far as I remember.
Yeah, it's a slow mix attacker.
Yep. Yep. No, one thing that I keep remembering was some of the lads in college would have had games. Would have had games whenever Black and White came out.
Yeah.
And there was cheat cartridges for it at that stage, and they had given Electros the ability Wonder Guard and given him an air balloon.
Jesus.
Which means he cannot be hit.
Oh,
Hiya!
Ninjas. Ninjas.
Water ninjas.
Are happening. Look at them go.
Oh, we're definitely going to see that water steel being used by them.
Now you know. Surfing Ninja's gonna take you down.
Oh no.
And they've got the fucking Team Macro music. Of course they do. Of course they fucking do.
I absolutely called that though.
You did, in fairness, you did.
Right. Yeah, this is probably the best pair that could be used in this.
It's rather convenient, yeah.
Yeah.
Furious Wipes, naturally.
Yeah. Well, Quetzalcoatl is able to take a hit or two before he dies, which is more than I would have thought at first guess looking at it.
Now, Desert Evolve form.
Oh. Is that the final form, or is there another one after that?
Oh, I can't recall, but I think that's the final form.
Right, okay.
It's kind of done. They've done more or less the same thing as as Aqua and Magma, where you had like Camerupt and Sharpedo as their kind of like resident Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Water Dark, but I could be wrong there. Because I know Tubjaw is Water Dark, so I don't think they've done that again.
Yeah. I'm fairly happy to not have a Tubjaw on the team.
Yeah. Yep, there's your answer.
So Ninja Surfers, we haven't had any interaction with any ninjas so far. This have we?
Yeah,
well, the first mention of them.
It is the first mention of them. Oh, yeah, look at that. Critical hit Aqua Jets hurts a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what ability they have, but they... Oh, jeez, they might have Ignition, actually.
Bastraf. S51, give him a bit of experience.
Yeah. You can take one down at least.
Yeah.
No, might lose this one.
Yeah. Oh. Ouch.
Yes. So yeah, you'll have noticed that like, we didn't have any teams. It should have stayed, but again, just too underleveled. As I was saying there, you notice that there's been no teams so far in this game. Actually, there is actually 2 of them, and you mentioned there that there was no kind of mention of them. Well, there is. It's kind of like anyone that kind of talked about like East Tandor says it's full of crime because it's gangs.
Oh,
and this is one of the gangs.
Grand.
Yeah.
So we took literally 2 steps into East Tandor and we got attacked by a gang.
Pretty much, yeah. And they're surfing ninjas. You have not yet discovered the other one, but I don't know.
Okay.
With a bit of deduction, you might figure out who it is or who they might be.
I'll keep it quiet and let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
It's like I never like trying to overthink things going into the gens, because I had thought Sword and Shield would have a lot more like medieval England shit in them.
Yeah, they didn't really.
They really didn't. That was disappointing.
Okay.
Actually, do you still have that piece of paper with our predictions for Gen 8 on it?
I believe I had it on a spreadsheet. It's there somewhere. I'll have to fish it out.
Right. Okay. Be interesting to see how off we were.
We when it came to the legendaries and the mythic stuff, yeah, we were fucking way off. It wasn't even funny how off we were. But I blame the game for that, in fairness.
Oh, PC. Do we want to swap anyone out or anything like that at the minute?
Yes, that's what I'm going to discuss because... let's see now. So, consultant art party here at the moment. So, I think it's time we say goodbye.
Grass.
Yeah, to Metalinks.
Do we have someone that we can replace him with? That's good.
Well, here's the thing about that, right? We already have a psychic. We have a psychic steel type in S51, right? So
but he's not pulled his weight at all yet.
No, he's not. Now, Mareep could be very useful for the water types coming up if we're going to be crossing the sea. This would be a good time to evolve them up with an XP share. We have our fighting type covered. We have that type of deal. The nuclear type we're going to have to deal with for the minute because that's not going to work. So I would say get Mareep in for...
I agree. I think we should get Gligar in.
Well, I was going to say... Well, Gligar would be useless, to be honest. Ashtray on a fucking motorbike. So, what we can do is we can either trade... Or we can either swap out S51 for Mareep or trade out Metalinks for Mareep. Now, the way I see it is, I think for now, drop S51 and then potentially might get a psychic type that's worthwhile.
How far is S51 from being useful?
I think he said earlier he evolved from like level 42. But he doesn't, he's a very middle of the road type, so I think we might be better off just ditching him.
Right. Either way, yeah, I'd get Mareep in. We really haven't gotten a great selection to pick off of at the minute.
not yet. Primeape is there. We can evolve him into Emperilla if you want to, because we have the item for him.
Let's just do it now for the crack.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Just practically the same.
Just as... yep.
For completion's sake.
Just so that we can, if we decide later on we need to rejig the team again, we have a...
It's the end of his
thing.
It's the end of his arc.
Yeah.
His story is over now. And there it is. Yeah, the problem. I think he needs to evolve it. So, do we have a rare candy?
Yeah.
Handy. Perhaps not. Maybe.
There.
We do not have a rare candy at hand. But okay, we'll keep him in the team for just for a brief minute, and then he'll evolve.
Yeah, put him. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, have you ever gotten caught on TV tropes? The site which just basically lists all the possible cliches that like in a big spreadsheet for you to like lose hours on.
I've never found myself in that type of rabbit hole. No.
Right. There was one that like as a cliche for we need to write this character off the show right now, and like it went through like different examples like your one in that '70s show or your man in House of Cards where like they just have to write him off immediately, and the cliche is just getting on a bus. Where like at the end of an episode they get on a bus and they're never seen again.
Yes, I recall.
Kevin Spacey, that's who I'm thinking of.
That's the dirty nonsense.
Unfortunately.
Yes, he's a very unfortunate man.
Throw Primeape at the top of the party, I'd say.
Yeah, that's the plan.
If we want him to. No, it might just be we have this until we reach the next island or until we get the Emperilla, and then we send him to the back of the line.
Yeah, I think that's what I was hoping to do, was to basically have him evolve and then get Metlinks back in. That was my idea.
Yeah.
Although, it would be nice if we can get some fucking interaction on this. Hello? Anybody? Is there any Pokemon here?
No, the ninja scared them away.
Apparently so. Right, a battle will do it. Oh, that will do the trick nicely. A Corsola. Something easy to smash up.
Water and is it rock as well?
Yeah, water rock. Yeah.
It really is one of those types that you just forget. You just so easily forget about.
What do you think?
I love what Sword and Shield did a great job with it. They really did. No, I haven't used.
James, you're gonna love this next part. Watch this. This is the new Pokemon. You ready for this?
Nice.
Titanus.
Titanic themed. Fuck. Jesus. Jesus. Like, water and steel, water and ice.
It's an ice type. It's pure ice.
Fuck's sake.
Because it's not because again, it's a Wobbuffet principle. It's not the boat that's the Pokemon. It's the ice controlling the boat.
Yep. Oh, Christ, that's
cringe, isn't it?
Funny. Yep, absolutely. But it looks like we got that level.
Yeah, we did. Here it is.
Hey, here we go.
Even seeing something like this is so jarring. Primeape is evolving. It's like, are you sure? It's not supposed to. Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, that is so stupid looking. But in fairness, I think I had seen the wiki pages for it, and it looked like it must have been older versions of the art, and it looked way stupider.
They have
touched
a bit.
Yeah, that's not nearly as dumb as I was expecting it to look like.
Yeah, well, that's something at least. So again, that's like one of, I think, 3 or 4 Pokemon that have a unique evolution in this region. I told you about Dunsparce, and Corsola, which you just saw there, is also one too.
Okay, and Mareep.
Actually, let's see what the stats are for Emperilla.
Alright.
Boost attack when hit by a physical move. Ooh.
Okay, that still means the only point where that, like, anything that's super effective against it, like if you think your psychics are just gonna wipe it out.
Yeah, it looks like it's very much like a the stat boost isn't really what's like the fun part of that one. It's the actual ability that it just got, which is kind of like it's almost like an inverse Moxie in that sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that also kind of works in inverse as well. You have to actually be able to take hits to do that. So.
Yes, exactly.
Nice gimmick, but no thanks, basically. And
I think we'll stick with Mareep for now.
Yeah, Mareep is our. Mareep is going to be is going to come in handy, I think, at some point because, if I recall, I think because I think Mareep can come in very handy soon, or it'll be nice to have on the team, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's been mentioned yet, so yeah. I'll keep my counsel for the time being.
Yep.
I'm just trying to leave you on tenterhooks, James. You understand that, don't you? What I'm doing here.
Oh, you don't want to spoil anything.
No, I actually don't. That's the problem. And the problem is, it's been a while since we played last, so I can't remember how much I've told you and what else have you retained. Clearly.
Put Mareep up front.
I think I have the EXP share on him, so he's okay.
Right, okay.
I do love as well that we have like both sheep Pokemon on the team now. It's great.
Yep.
Truly a great day for the farm.
You'd wonder now. You have should they have done like a plus or minus kind of gimmick with them?
Ooh.
If you have both in their final form on the team. Oh god, that looks awful. If you have both on the team, that they get a boost off each other.
Maybe. See, I don't even know that would work in proportion because, like, it's meant to be like Barshav is meant to be the black sheep, so maybe it's just like maybe it's because it just pisses having it there pisses it off or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Just the very presence of a normal sheep.
Just think there's one thing I'd love to I might check out whenever the full dex gets put into Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
If you have a Seviper and a Zangoose on your team, can they both not hit each other and actually focus on the enemy? Or I that was the thing back in X and Y. If you had a horde battle and they were both possibly able to be in the one set to battle against, but they'd kill each other off as you're attacking them.
Yes,
which,
I remember that.
Was it games if you wanted to, if like Seviper was what you wanted, and you got four Zangoose and one Seviper, you had to make sure to kill everything else off before going for it yourself.
I remember that because Corsola was the same way. To get Toxapex, you had to like SOS battle Corsola, and the whole point of that is that like I think Toxapex is like the predator for Corsola, so it eats up the Corsola quite literally. So.
And in the next game, they're dead.
Yeah, exactly. The solution worked.
But no, if you were to put them into the same team, should that have an inverse effect and one just attacks the other?
See, that would be interesting. I don't think the AI can be that clever, but then again, like, stranger things have happened either, too, so...
AI can be that clever. It's another if statement. To put it, it's an extra chunk of code. But it's a case of why would they like worsen the game?
Why would you make this worse?
Because it's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. In fairness.